The action of the movie takes place in 1957 at Christopher's and Karen gave Ginger for children Chris Katie Brown who live with them. The father of the family is absent from home because of his work. You return Christopher brings gifts to everyone. He gets promoted to vice president of the company where the whole family works. Except for the eldest daughter Kitty. Christopher goes up to her room and gives his daughter an expensive ring. Karen, the children, and family friends are having a party in honor of Christopher's promotion. Chris hears the sound of an approaching car. Everyone is hiding to surprise Christopher. A policeman enters the house and reports on Bavaria, where Christopher died after his father died. The family of the Wenger's family finds themselves in great debt. Karen asks Katie to send a letter for months later. Calling receives an answer. She tells the children that now they will live and her rich parents, with whom her relationship has not gone well. Chris and Katie want to stay in this house and help the root by getting a job, but Mom explains to them that they are heavily in debt and the bank will take their house sooner or later. They leave for Karen's parents that day. The same evening, the family gets from the train station to the Fat Fart mansion on foot. They are met by grandmother Olivia, who is not very happy with the guests. Olivia escorts the family to a small room on the top floor of the house. Olivia orders to keep the curtains in the room always closed and informs them that after leaving, she will lock the door from the outside with a key before leaving. And Olivia says that God sees everything and he will see what they will do behind her back. The children don't quite understand that, and Grandma Emela is leading Karen to ask the children to hide while they are here until she regains the favor of her sick father. Olivia returns to the ring summit at Katya's, which Christopher gave her, and Grandma is furious to find out who she is from. The next day, Olivia brings food for the children and also gives them a list of rules that she made up. She makes it clear to them that no one should know about their existence in this house. Olivia shows the stairs to the attic where Carrie and Corey can play, although she does not understand their grandmother's behavior and why their grandfather will punish them if he finds out that they are here. Leaf completely trusts his mother. In the evening, Chris tries to get the children to finish dinner, after which they begin. Karen enters the room, followed by Grandma. After seeing Kai and the wheels on the bed, Olivia introduces Karen. After a while, Mom appears to wish the children good night. Olivia enters the room. She forces Karen to take off her blouse, clearly demonstrating what happens for disobedience. The next day, Kitty asks her mother why Olivia hates her grandchildren so much. The root has to be told. The children learn that their father Christopher was their grandfather's brother and she was their uncle. When they ran away, their family became enraged and so their father soon left her without inheritance. Children decorate the attic with paper flowers as if it were a garden. Katya runs to get water for pains and runs into Olivia. The girl tells her grandmother that she is a ballerina and Chris is an excellent artist. Olivia grabs Kite and asks her if Chris asked her to pose for him naked. After Katie says no, Olivia lets her go. A month later, Karen visits the children. Kitty is tired of waiting. She wants to go outside and meet her grandfather to start a normal life instead of hiding in attics because, according to Karen, her father forgave her, which means he will accept her, and their root admits that her father he forgave her only after she lied to him that she did not have children with Christopher, his brother. And for the children this means that they will have to continue hiding until their sick grandfather passes away. The twins miss their mother, who has not appeared for a very long time. Christmas is coming. Kitty offers rice and presents to the twins to say that they are from Santa, but you should also give Grandma a gift because she always brings them food. When Olivia sees a drawing from her grandchildren, she can barely contain her emotions and silently leaves Harry's room and visits the children. On Christmas Day, she brings them expensive gifts, and Corin tells the children that their grandfather returned her to his will again, and she throws a party about it. Five wants to see this, so Karen hides the children in the minibar from where they can watch the party. For the first time, they see their grandfather, who gives Karina pity for generations. Returning to their room, they see their mother, the family's lawyer, and Mr. Winslow, who is having an affair. Turns out to be in the plans of this couple to start a new life, which for children do not enter in any way. Five is going to return into the room, but Chrissy wants to explore the house. While he has the opportunity, he manages to eavesdrop on Igor's lawyer's conversation. And Chris finds Lee's mother's room with a swan-shaped bed. He makes sure that her mother's life was not as bad as she described it. After getting up, Corey, well, you know that Chris is not in the room when the bow returns, His mother slaps him in the face for disobeying and not returning to the room with Katie, threatening to close them here forever. The next morning, Karen visits the children and asks them for forgiveness, justifying her act by saying that she was afraid because the children might be noticed and she would have been left without an inheritance. The children forgive her. A year passes. Chris shows interest in magazines with girls. The root gives Kai a bra. When I'm a girl, Chris tries it on. Chris sees them. Olivia finds them. She thinks that something bad is happening between her brother and sister. As punishment, Grandma is going to cut her hair. Drink. But Chris does not let her eat it. After a while Olivia brings Ida to the children, Katie wakes up at night and discovers that her hair is glued with resin, which they cannot get rid of by cutting her hair. Chris admits that these are beautiful and he thinks about her, but this is wrong. Another year has passed due to lack of oxygen and sunlight. The twins grow very slowly, so Katie suggests running away at night. They go down from the attic and go to the lake to swim. Kite believes that the root has been abandoned since she has not appeared for a very long time, but Chris still believes that Mom will return soon. Indeed, she returns with the news that she has married a lawyer and Mr. Winslow's family. She has not visited the children for several months since she was on her honeymoon in Europe, but promises that they will become friends with. But it turned out that the root did not even tell her husband about the children. The next day, Olivia brings donuts to the children, saying that they are from their mother. Five wants to run away, but Chris still believes in the mother. Olivia enters the room and sees Chris looking out the window. She asks him to move away, calling him a bull, but Chris demands to be called Levi. She steams her grandson with a belt as punishment. Katie, while caring for Chris, admits that she is afraid of losing him. After that, they kiss when Olivia brings them food. Chris says that she was right and they are devilish brats. After that, Olivia asks for forgiveness and prays to God. After which Chris leaves, smiling as he played a scene in order to make a cast of the key to the room's door. She's ready to escape right now. That they don't have any money, so they intend to steal it from their mother's room at night. They sneak into the coven room where Katya finds a semblance of the Kama Sutra. Returning to the room, and Chris says that they need collect at least $1,000 to escape. They took only $30 during the next raid. The children shared that they discover a sleeping lawyer in their mother's room, and Chris kisses him out of curiosity. He discovers that the house is fenced off under tension. Returning home, the boy overhears a conversation between his mother and his desk, who tells Corey that he dreamed of a young blonde who kissed him. Chris returns and scolds Kay for what she did because she could have been noticed. Kite explains to her brother that she did it out of curiosity and kisses Chris, and then they do this. Katie offers to run away to Florida and pretend that nothing happened between them. Leaf admits that he loves her and will not be able to love anyone else anymore. He goes up to the attic. Carrie tells them that Corey is not feeling well, and Olivia appears, who just looks at the bow, even though she is angry at her mother and shouts something she doesn't like them at all, for which Root slaps her in the face. Katie unexpectedly hits her mother in response. Olivia asks Root to pick up the bow and take him to the hospital. After a while, Karen returns with the bad news. Their brother has died of pneumonia. They fear for their lives, so they decide to escape as soon as possible. After sneaking into their mother's room, they find out that Chicken Bart has moved out of the mansion the next day. Chris, from the servants' conversation, he finds out that their grandfather passed away 7 months ago, that they were still kept in the attic. In the conversation, the servants also mentioned that Olivia constantly carries mouse poison to the attic. When Chris returns to the room, Carrie shows him a scrotum that died after eating a piece of donut. Olivia appears and demands to give her the key to the door. Chris gives the key. Olivia runs after them, but Chris turns off the light. She starts to panic because of her claustrophobia. The grandmother admits that it was their mother who poisoned them, that the children are still her. He throws up and leaves, leaving the house through an attic window. They come across an armed butler, who is told that he is not Karen's children. He is shocked by this news and tells the children that he will turn off the electricity at the fence so that they can leave the territory. The children manage to take a train and leave this city.